Hey guys, welcome to week 11, cycle 2, new grammar for the Abecedarians. For skip counting the cubes for math, we are going to march in place because it is kind of a military sounding song. It's even called, I think the song it's after is called like the battle of something. But anyways, it's like 1, 8, 27, 64. 125, 216, 343, 512, 729, 1000, 1331, 1728, 2197, 2744, 3,375, and then we're gonna salute. So just march to the beat with that one, and we might even get information like I might be in the lead and they might follow behind me or something like that. All right, we're doing a new conjugation. It's first conjugation, future perfect tense. It's to the tune of Happy Birthday, I think. It's ero, eris, erit, eramis, eritis, erant. First conjugation, future perfect tense. And so for this one, it sounds like arrow, the first word. So to remind us that this one starts with arrow and to get us able to sing the song, we're gonna like pull back a bow and release an arrow. So we're gonna say ero, eris, erit, eramis, eritis, erant. First conjugation, future perfect tense. And the way to remember that it's the future perfect tense that goes with arrow is that you are having perfect aim with your arrow, and in the future it's going to hit its target, okay? So it's the future perfect tense. What are the phases of the moon? I have hand motions, and if I get real creative here, I might actually bring in like a flashlight and like a piece of paper to block part of the light and shine it like on the wall or something to show them what each looks like. Depends, or you can do that at home if I end up not doing it, but I do have hand motions. So what are the phases of the moon? The phases of the moon are new, and you're gonna look around like, where is it? Because you don't see a new moon, right? It's completely dark. And then we're gonna say crescent, and then we're gonna say quarter. So this would be like the quarter of a moon. It looks like a D, right? So you have to think about it like this. Here's the front half of the moon, right? And then on the back, you also in your idea, you would have these shapes. So it would be like 1/4 or a quarter of the moon. But it actually looks like this when it's in the sky, okay? So we're gonna say new, crescent, quarter. And then for gibbous, it's when it's a little bit larger than quarter. Okay, you're almost getting to full, but it's like this. So we're gonna go like this, gibbous, and then we're gonna say full, like that. Okay, for English indefinite pronouns, we have a song. It's to the chicken dance. It's gonna go for week 11, 12, and week 13. And so we're gonna say, all, another, any, anybody, anyone, anything, both, each, either. And then we'll continue for the next week. So I'll do it again. All, another, any, anybody, anyone, anything, both, each, either. And then I'll just go ahead and sing the whole thing. And then it goes for the next week. Everybody, everyone, everything, few, many, more, most, neither. And then the last week is nobody, none, one, other, several, some, somebody, someone, such. Indefinite pronouns are all done. And that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so back to this week, timeline. Obviously we're gonna sing the song, but we're gonna say Norman, because Norman is like Norway, okay? It's the Vikings. They came down and they conquered and made settlements in a lot of France and Europe and England and Germany even, I think. So we're gonna say Norman conquest, because we're the Vikings, and feudalism in Europe. So we're gonna do 3 tiers, feudalism in Europe, because that's the idea of you had like the king and the queen, and then you had the knights, and then you had the serfs, which were like, the people that farmed and things like that at the very bottom. That was called feudalism. For the Crusades, that's like a war that was happening between Europe and the Middle East over like the Holy Lands. But also there was a lot of invasion into Europe, I think, during that time by the Middle East. And so a lot of the attacks were retaliatory. So it's a long thing, but they claimed that they were claiming land for God. And so we're going to make a cross like this because they actually had these crosses on their uniforms even. So we're going to say the Crusades, which means cross. Zimbabwe and early Mali in Africa. They were really dependent on their gold. They were very wealthy. So we're going to say Zimbabwe and early Mali in Africa. Aztecs of Mesoamerica. They had very ornate clothing with lots of feathers and headdresses and things like that. So we're going to say like this, Aztecs of Mesoamerica. And you can even say Aztecs of Mesoamerica if you want. Like this is North America, South America. Mesoamerica, right here, Middle America. And then Francis of Assisi and Thomas Aquinas. They were very wealthy individuals who gave up everything to study the word and to serve God. So they're kind of like monks. So we're gonna say Francis of Assisi and Thomas Aquinas. Japan's shoguns. Okay, so for this one, Japan, a symbol of Japan, or symbol of respect in Japan is bowing. And a shogun was like a military leader in Japan that protected wealthy landowners. So we're gonna say, bow and say Japan's shoguns. Incas of South America, they worshipped the sun. And so we're gonna make a sun go up like this. They thought the sun was a god. So Incas of South America. History, tell me about the French Revolution. We're gonna do hand motions as we sing the song. So it's in 1789, the French Revolution began. So if we're gonna make a 17, so we can at least remember what period of time it is, even though we're not doing that, we're not motioning the 89, but we're gonna make a 17, so a 1 and a 7. In 1789, the French we're gonna hold a rifle. Revolution began when citizens stormed. We're gonna stormed the Bastille. The Bastille was like a prison that kept a lot of people, political enemies mainly. Stormed the Bastille and fought for the Declaration of the Rights of Man. And we're gonna make a little man. Later, during the reign of terror, we're gonna look terrorized. Terror, the aristocrats' heads were removed. And we're gonna make, so the guillotine was a large blade and the head was braced in like a thing and the blade came down and chopped the head off. So we're gonna make a guillotine. Later, during the reign of terror, the aristocrats' heads were removed by the guillotine. Like that. Okay, so all right, so for our geography, we are going to use our dry erase markers again, and we are going to outline Ukraine with our marker, and then we're going to put a dot on Kiev, because that's the capital there, and then we are going to outline Russia, okay, and put a dot on Moscow and dry erase marker. And then we're gonna draw an S, draw a big S on Siberia, which is a very cold, frigid place. It's actually part of Russia, but it's just a very cold wilderness type place. So we'll do that and then we'll erase them. I'll be like, can you erase Moscow? And then they'll erase Moscow. And then I'll be like, can you erase the S for Siberia? And they'll erase the S. And then, can you erase Kiev? Can you erase the outline around Russia? Can you erase the outline around Ukraine? And then maybe even, if we have time, repeat that a couple times. Put the dry erase marker on and erase it off. All right, that's it. Thanks, guys.